students, a very warm welcome to all of you to our channel, that is Vedantu 9/10 English channel. And what are we going to do in this session? You can see in front of you, this is for all the CBSE 10th class students, and the topic is metals and non-metals, session number 3. And what this session number 3 is about, we are going to discuss the reactivity series in details, that how your metal is going to react with the other metal solution, and what is something that we need to remember for sure that will help us to understand the reactivity series better. So we'll talk about that in a great way. I'll give you some of the work to do, and that is very much important to submit so that I'll get to know that everything is super clear. My name is Anubha Gaur, your chemistry master teacher at Vedantu, and I hope you all are super ready to have this session. So please, as I said, support this channel equally. Share your love by hitting the like button, share it to your friends, and definitely by subscribing to the channel. Alright everyone, before starting, I just want to know that what problems you guys face. Do let me know in the comment section. According to all the research that we have done, these are the kind of problems generally students are facing. In terms of this, the biggest problem that ma'am, our doubts are not getting solved in the school and in our coaching institutes. I'm talking about all the offline ones. It happens. We really want a quick solution of our doubts, because after that it will be there in my mind, but then I forget. Yeah, I had some doubt, and in the exam those doubts really haunted us because we are not able to give the right answer. So I really want all of you to face the same problem. I really want all of you should have this thing that your doubts can get solved immediately when you have that while discussing a topic. Proper notes. That ma'am, our 80 to 90% time is really wasting in making notes, and after that when we see also, we are not like very proud of ourselves that I don't have actually a time to self-study, and when I write the same thing also, teacher is like, you can write it in a better way, I can't give you full marks. So you must know how to write all the steps beautifully, so that teacher will say you are doing a great job and I can't even cut a single mark from your test. Yeah, test and assignment. After every session there must be an assignment, at least few questions, so that you will solve it and you will see this topic is super clear in your mind and you're not going to get any kind of a problem in that topic ever, because you became master of that topic. Test. After 15 days there must be a test to make sure that whatever you have learned in these many days is super clear and you can attempt a test out of the same, and it will be there in your memories in a refreshed manner. And then all the competitive exams preparation, like side by side, you really want to excel all your competitive exams, so that when you are giving that exam you are already enough prepared. Like NTSC, Olympiad, JEE, NEET, all the possible exams you can prepare side by side at our platform. The best part is, with the choice of language and with the choice of schedule, you can choose your own schedule. That ma'am, this is the time I'm free, 4 to 7, 7 to 10, whatever is your time, I'm free at that moment of time and I can attend classes at that time only. You can choose that. You can choose among all the batches we have. With the language, I really want to study in only English because I can't understand Hindi, or if some of you are facing problem in English, you can choose a batch where the lecture will be taught in Hindi or English. Isn't it amazing? You are getting all the solution of your problems with so much of bonuses like you can attend unlimited live classes here. Again, as I told you, it's all up to you whether you want to attend 1 to 2 class, whether you want to attend 8 to 10 classes in a day or in a month, whatever is your way. You can manage your studies according to your way. With all the micro courses and crash courses, micro courses are like chapter based courses. Then ma'am, I'm facing problem in that particular chapter of chemistry, that particular chapter of physics and so on. You can take the micro course which is included in all the subscription and can study and clear your topics with lesser number of students, and you will be such a good way to get our problem solved. Performance reports, real-time analysis, that how you're doing in a session, how you're doing in a class, how much you're getting it, how you're performing in a session. You will get a real report after every session with personalized attention of your master teacher and the class teachers present who are just there to solve your doubts. So I don't think that's a bad deal at all. All you have to do is to visit this link vdnt.in/YTPro and to apply this coupon code AGE Anubha Gaur English PRO Pro, because this will give you special discount, and everyone likes discount. How much old we are, that doesn't matter. Yeah, so when you will visit this link, this page will be open and you have to select your grade. That's definitely, you know, that CBSE, and then you have to click on get subscription, and when you click on this, there will be option for choosing your subscription for 1 month, 3 months and 6 months. 1 month with the special discount after applying coupon code, you will get it in 2294, and you can check it out that how Vedantu is doing and can get solution of all your problems. And for 3 months and 6 months, it's like long-term solution. All of your problems, being a long-term student of Vedantu, can be solved with all possible solutions that we all can give you. So for 6999, after applying code 5949, that means you're going to pay just 1983 rupees per month with all the possible facilities, with English SST also, apart from maths, physics, chemistry and biology. And there will be complete focus on those subjects also, so don't worry. For 6 months, the course will be after discount for 11499. After applying AGE PRO code, you can get it just for 1629 rupees per month, which is the best one if I talk about the benefit, and you will not regret it, trust me. It's so awesome. So choose your subscription now by visiting this link and by applying the coupon code AGE PRO. Okay, everything is clear, sorted in your mind. So a quick thumbs up and a high five is needed. That ma'am, very high Josh. Let's begin and let's do it. Yeah, so let's talk about reactivity series with a smile. Look at this. Let's discuss. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting only. Give me solution for this one. I think you know it already, because we have a picture from first chapter of chemistry already. How do metals are going to react with other metal salts? That's our topic. That's what we need to understand in detail, and we'll do it definitely with the help of an activity, because always observation gives us better result. So let's do that. What we are going to do, we are going to take a clean wire of copper and an iron nail, right? And I guess you can get it at home also, but there are things that might not be available at home, but in laboratory also, and schools are not open. Yeah, but we can figure it out. We are going to take a clean wire of copper and iron nail, put the copper wire in a solution of iron sulfate. I am doing what? I have taken a test tube with the solution of iron sulfate and going to put going to put a copper wire in it. This is like a big copper wire. And iron nail in a copper sulfate solution. Next test tube, having copper sulfate solution, putting an iron nail in the same. Iron nail in copper sulfate solution, copper wire in iron sulfate solution. I have 2 test tubes with these solutions, and after that we'll observe it. Okay, we can do some other work. For 20 minutes, we do not need to put proper eye on it, but yeah, it's like we have a time. Okay, we can observe it after 20 to 30 minutes. And what are we going to see? That's what is more important. What are the observations we are going to see? Let's see that. This is something that I wanted to show you. Iron sulfate solution with a copper wire, copper sulfate solution with an iron nail. Look at this, something happens only to iron nail, but not anything is going to happen to the copper wire. Why my iron nail is getting this reddish brown color? Something that we need to know, something we need to figure it out right now. So what do you all have to say? Ma'am, don't worry, we know that. So how about giving your response, because that's what I'm waiting for. Please let me know where. Definitely comment section. Okay, that iron here is reacting with copper sulfate aqueous solution that I've taken, iron is something that's more reactive than copper, then only something is happening and telling to copper, you have to be a loner because I am very strong and I'll displace you. I will take your position. And you will get iron sulfate aqueous solution. Poor copper will be free and going to submit on your iron nail that's definitely having a reddish brown color. That means reactivity of a metal plays a very important role to decide whether the reaction is going to take place or not, because nothing had happened in this test tube. My copper wire is not reacting with iron sulfate. Some conclusion that we can make out that copper somehow may be less reactive than iron, so they are not showing any reaction, and that's true. That's what we observe. Everything happened in this first test tube because of more reactivity of iron. So conclusion is what? A more reactive metal can displace a less reactive metal from its aqueous solution or in its molten form. Yeah? So what this kind of a reaction? I think you remember it from the very first chapter, chemical reactions and equation. This is a type of reaction called as single displacement reaction. What's that? Where a highly reactive metal can displace a less reactive metal from its aqueous solution or a molten form. So iron here, this is iron and this is copper. Iron is grayish white, copper is reddish brown. This is my sulfate, SOOO. Okay, this is my sulfate. Definitely I'm not showing charge right now. I just want you to understand this. Iron is like copper, don't worry, I am coming. Poor copper, it just went away and iron is going to combine with the sulfate. Yeah, so see how amazingly we can see that with the help of all the GIFs. So this is pretty much clear. What reaction is this? Single displacement, where a metal A being more reactive can displace a metal from the salt solution of that metal B. Now we are going to get a salt solution of metal A because it's more reactive. Metal B is a loner. Okay, yes, that's what happens. All the part is clear how we are doing it. When it is more and more clear to us, when we'll discuss enough example. So we have more example. Here I have taken magnesium ribbon, magnesium wire, and I'm putting it into copper sulfate aqueous solution. Look at this, what is happening. Look at this. After 20-25 minutes, this is what we are observing and getting some data. We are getting some precipitate settled down because there is something that had happened in that reaction. Some reaction had happened. What? That is magnesium displacing the copper and taking its position. I got magnesium sulfate. So see, the color is going to get faded because this is blue in color and this is white in color. I mean colorless, to be very honest. So color is becoming disappeared after some time. First it's like getting lightened and there will be one state it is going to be disappeared where whole of the magnesium displays whole of the copper. Now copper is unreactive, loner, so that settles down at the bottom and we got that reddish brown precipitate. So we get to know here from the previous example, we got to know iron was more reactive than copper. Here my magnesium is also more reactive than copper. Yeah, wonderful, very nice. So we have some more examples to see, to perform the reaction and to make a reactivity series that which metal is more reactive than the next one. So here I have taken magnesium and copper sulfate. We are done with this example and figure it out that my magnesium is somehow more stable and more reactive than copper. Second is magnesium with zinc sulfate. When we perform this reaction, we will see the reaction also. Magnesium displacing zinc. Zinc sulfate is a colorless solution only. I got my magnesium sulfate and zinc will be free. Free means loner. And what thing that we can figure it out here, that my magnesium is more reactive than zinc also. Zinc also and copper also. Now iron, we have seen this reaction that iron is reactive than copper because we are done with this reaction. Zinc with iron sulfate solution. What do we see? Iron sulfate, a pale green color solution. When we put a zinc metal into it, zinc can displace my iron to give zinc sulfate solution and my iron will be free. So what conclusion we have made with all the reactions that I've taught you? Let's write it down with all the 4-5 experiments that I have taught you. That my magnesium is reactive than zinc as well as iron, and zinc is more reactive than iron also. Means first there will be magnesium, which is most reactive. After that, which will be more reactive? Do let me know. I'll change the color. Yeah. First magnesium, then zinc, then iron, right? Then copper. Isn't it something that we figured it out from all the examples that I've told you? Magnesium reactive than copper also, magnesium reactive than zinc also, right? And when I talk about this zinc and iron, we have seen that that's reactive than copper also. I have made a conclusion out of all the 4 or 5 experiments we have done. What is this? Reactivity series. And I can make a reactivity series by checking all the possible salt solution and by taking different metals. And what I'm going to get? A proper series called as a reactivity series. And what's that? We're going to have a column, a vertical column, where all the metals are arranged in such a way that highly reactive metals are put on the top, less reactive metal at the bottom. In way, when we move down in that column, reactivity of metal decreases. That's what there. It's a list of metals arranged in such an order that when we move, then we see the reactivity is going to decrease. And ma'am, now please show that, because now we have to remember that so that we can master this topic. This is very much important. The series is there in front of you. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead. Why hydrogen? We'll talk about that. Copper, mercury, silver, gold. How you can remember that? I'm writing it with all the possible mnemonics. So mnemonics will be related to what? Their name, not with their symbol. Do remember it. So this potassium, I'll call it please. Sodium, stop. Calcium, calling. Me, a zebra. I like her calling me silly girl. Okay, you can remember this. Please stop calling me a zebra. I like her calling me silly girl. That means when I'm moving in this reactivity series from top to bottom, my reactivity is getting decreased. That means potassium, sodium, very much reactive. Zinc, iron, lead, moderate reactive. Copper, silver, gold, very less reactive, least reactive I should say. Now the reason to keep hydrogen in this reactivity series is what, students? Because we have only seen the reaction where I have taken my metal with another metal solution. Sometimes they ask a question like this. I have my magnesium and I put it in HCl solution. I have my copper and I have put it in HCl solution. Now students, this is also a displacement reaction. To check the displacement reaction, to check whether metal is going to displace hydrogen from the acid, we have to include that also. Magnesium is more reactive than hydrogen, can displace to give magnesium salt and hydrogen gas. But when I look at the copper being less reactive than hydrogen, we cannot see this reaction because this reaction will never happen because copper is less reactive, that can't displace hydrogen. So there are two reasons to keep hydrogen in this reactivity series. Reason number one, hydrogen can also lose electron and show electropositive character just like all the metals. Metals have this tendency to lose electron. Same, hydrogen can also lose electron and show this H positive behavior. Right? Apart from that, we really want to discuss the reaction of metal with acid so that I should know which metal is more reactive than hydrogen so that they can displace it, which metal are less reactive than hydrogen, which can't displace it, means no reaction. So reasons are super clear. See, you know the reactivity series in so detail now. Now what I have to say, suppose I have taken 4 different metals, metal number A, B, C and D, and added to the following solution one by one. Let's see that. I have taken metal A, I've put it in iron sulfate, they'll show no reaction, but a reaction with copper sulfate. Means my metal is somewhat less reactive than iron. Are you getting this? My metal is less reactive than iron, that's why no reaction. But my metal is more reactive than copper, that's why there is reaction. So write all the observation that you are getting in your mind in the side. Metal, this metal is more reactive than copper and less metal, M or A, you can write A, or less reactive than my iron. Second, B can displace iron. So this B is more reactive than iron, okay? But no reaction with zinc. That means less reactive than zinc. Write all these information. For C, no reaction, only silver nitrate. Only with silver it can react. So C is more reactive than silver, but less reactive than my iron, copper and zinc. D is what? No reaction with anything, okay? So use this. I think you are able to figure it out the way I did it in the class. I have taken 4 to 5 solutions and I made a reactivity series, certain data in front of you. So you can do the same way and you will get the entire series in front of you. You will predict that what metal A could be, B, C, D, and can write their order just like I did in this session. So what you all have to do, you need to give me the answer for this one. Which is most reactive metal among A, B, C, D, knowing the fact which is going to be more reactive than this iron, copper, zinc, sulfate, you need to check that. What would you observe if B is added to a solution of copper sulfate? B you have added to a solution of copper sulfate. So look at this data. And then arrange the metal A, B, C, D in decreasing order of reactivity. Means first most reactive and then in the last least reactive. I hope you guys are sitting like this and telling me, yay, we understood this class. It's so awesome. Hopefully. Yeah, so please do let me know all the questions, answers, because it's so important to know that whatever I have taught you, ma'am, is super clear. Reactivity series is like, yeah, 5-star. That means a like button. Thank you so much. Hope you understood it. In the next session, what are we going to do? Formation and properties of ionic compounds. So please wait for that one. That is going to come very soon. Do not worry about the same. And as I told you, give your comments in the comment section. Hope you like the video. Do let me know what you want to do next apart from all the curriculum videos. Do let me know. And subscribe to Vedantu's micro courses, long-term courses. Take the subscription because it's very useful, students. Trust me, very much organized, very much planned, and you will be having so much fun and you'll learn in that way. So select your grades, select your target, get subscription and choose your subscription for 1 month, 3 months and 6 months. By applying the teacher code AGE Pro will give you extra discounts. Okay. So this is the link. You will get it in the description box also. AGPRO, I think ma'am, now we remember that. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you like the video. Hope you share it to your friends and subscribe to the channel if you're coming for the first time, and tell your friends so that they can also come see the videos and subscribe, because all the sessions are going to be super fun and amazing, and we make sure that you'll definitely get above 90 in all the subjects. And you're like, yes ma'am, we did it. You can reach out to me on my email ID that's given right there. Thank you so much, and we'll meet again next time with the same Josh and energy. Until then, you take care of yourself, better prepared for your midterm. We'll meet again. Bye bye.